my name is Judith and I stayed here in Navi Mumbai for 2 months to do an internship at a newspaper, and now I'm going to show you a little bit of Washi, where I spent my time. Lunch right now, Sudipta, my friend, and I. And Sudipta is the very first person that I ever met in India, because she's the coordinator for Navi Mumbai, and she came to get me from the airport and she showed me around in Navi Mumbai, showed me every important place and introduced me to my work. Yes, and she was a great help to me, and every time that I needed something, she
just a phone call away.
Yeah, she was just a phone call away and gave me advices, and she even told me to get a real Indian mehndi.
Hi, I'm Sudipta. I'm the Indian coordinator for working for World Unite, and I'm here to give ground support to all the participants comes here. So I will pick you up from the airport and introduce you to the organization where we'll be working for, and then giving you the site orientation as well as also the city orientation, where you can see from where you can do the shopping and make yourself comfortable in the city. Yeah, hi Yasmin, are you ready? You get ready in another 10 minutes. Can I come and pick you up? Yeah? You need more time? To say about my own self, I'm married and I stay with my family in sector 28 of Washi, and I have 2 sons.
And I did a 2-month internship at Washi Times, and this is the office where I am right now. And I did the internship here in India because I'm very interested in the work of journalists in different countries. I worked for a small newspaper in Germany, and so I wanted to see the differences between work of journalists in Germany and in India. This is Mr. Fernando. He was my coordinator here in Washi Times, and he always gave me the topics that I was writing about, and he read my articles and did corrections about them. And we had a good time working together. During my internship I made lots of good experiences here. I was able to write several articles for Washi Times. On Saturday, it was my last day of work, and they even put a small article and some pictures of me about my time at Washi Times, and they made a little party for me to send me away. This is a hostel where I used to live, and it's a hostel for girls and for boys, and most people who live there are around 20 to 25. They are students or they work in some jobs, and it's really nice to meet the Indian people around your age, because then they can show you around here and you can get dinner together and things like this. This is the room where I stayed in. Usually the Indian people share their room, and it's usually like 4 or 5 people in one. But I decided to get a single one to have my privacy sometimes, and even if you have a single room you always get in contact with people, because you can, downstairs there's some sofas where you can sit around and talk. The hostel is very central, so from there you can easily reach some places where you can get food, and also there's a bus stop just around the corner, and you always can reach the rickshaw stand and get a rickshaw to go to any place in Washi. I'm standing next to a tea shop where you can get tea and some snacks like samosa and vada pav. And this is very typical Indian food. Vada pav is, for example, like a burger, but just with vegetables, and you eat it with very spicy sauce, so it's kind of nice. And also samosa is very nice, and I always have it for breakfast with some tea. This is another possibility where you can eat, which is very close to the hostel. It's called Health, and here you can get sandwiches and Indian food, like for example pav bhaji, and also they serve very nice milkshakes and fresh juice. For example, the green mango juice or grape juice or strawberry ones, and those fresh juices are very nice and you really enjoy them. typical restaurant for Indians. This is where most Indians would take their lunch or their dinner. And it's very simple what you can eat here. They make chapatis, which is bread that just consists of water and flour. And then you take different kinds of gravies like dal or paneer, which is a type of cheese, and you eat those with the chapatis or with rice. And it's a very popular way to have your lunch or your dinner here. This is an auto rickshaw, which is definitely the best and most comfortable way to get around Vashi and Navi Mumbai. And you just tell the driver where you want to go and they take you almost everywhere. Have a little meter that runs and tells you the price, and having about 10-minute drive is approximately 30 rupees, which is very cheap I think, and so it's a very good way of transportation.
And New Bombay is nicely connected with the train routes, and people can travel from one stop, from one station to the end of the Mumbai. Mumbai is a very big city, so people can travel through the train and at a very cheaper rate.
But sometimes the train ride can be kind of an adventure because the trains are very packed. Like people jump in there and squish together because they just otherwise won't fit in there. And so sometimes you can even get in a fight to get on the train, which is a little bit funny on the one hand, but also sometimes it really took me some time to get used to it, that people are always crowded in the train. This part of the train is only reserved for ladies, so if the train is really packed, the ladies can go to this compartment, which is much easier for you, and it's very nice to be just with ladies, and maybe you can even have a talk with them sometimes.
Other convenient mode of transport is the bus services. We have AC buses which flies from New Bombay to Bombay, and it's well connected.
Yeah, it's also a very nice place to go shopping. You can buy kurtas, which is this traditional clothing, and scarves, for example. And everything here is very, very cheap. So even brands like Puma or Adidas are much more cheaper than in Europe or America. So I give you advice, don't come with a full packed suitcase and leave some space so that you can go shopping here and enjoy the cheap prices and the nice things you can buy. Most Indians are really proud of their shopping malls because they're very modern, and sometimes they even take pictures in the shopping mall and put them on Facebook to show that they're in a very modern and nice place to go and to relax for a little bit, because it's nice and cool in there, and you also get free Wi-Fi. So I always sat there using my laptop and going on the internet, and also it's kind of a relief because on the street it's always hectical and very hot, and then you can just sit in there and relax for a little bit, as I said. And there's also lots of nice cafes, and you can get Indian food as well as European one, so it's kind of nice. And there's also good shops to go shopping, to buy Indian clothes and jewelry and things like this. My stay here in Navi Mumbai was quite an experience, and even if I wouldn't want to live here forever, I definitely enjoyed my stay here, and because it was really nice to discover new things every day, things that you would never see in Europe or any other country than India.